Alright, here we are today with the 1989 ice hockey cards. Okay, 1989 now. And we start right here with Terry Cochner, Philadelphia Flyers. Tony McKigney, Detroit Red Wings. Dennis Savard, Chicago Blackhawks. John Tonelli, Los Angeles Kings. Tom Couvers, New Jersey Devils. I like that emblem. Really like that emblem. David Archibald, Minnesota North Star. Peter oh my goodness, Sadowski, Hartford Whalers. There is no way I'll be able to pronounce that. Whew, that's a hard one. Isa Tikani for Edmonton Oilers. Dave Barr, Detroit Red Wings. Bent Sutter, New York Islanders. Ooh, sun kind of got me a little bit on this one here. Bob Ross, Washington Capitals. Brian Mullen, New York Ranger. Greg Stephan, Detroit Red Wings. Gary Lehman, Toronto Maple Leaf. Mike Bullard, Philadelphia Flyer. Kevin Diney, Hartford Whalers. Phil Booker, Pittsburgh Penguins. Ah, little Penguins. Dale DeGraw, Los Angeles Kings. Kylie Johansson, Washington Capitals. Cam Neely, Boston Bruins. Peter Ziesel, St. Louis Blues. Jeff Brown, Quebec Nordique. Mike Gottner, Minnesota North Star. Darren Pang, Chicago Blackhawks. Pat Werbrick, Hartford Whalers. Patri Skriko, Vancouver Canucks. Tom Landlaw, Los Angeles Kings. Randy Wood, New York Islanders. Tom Barrasso, Pittsburgh Penguins. The little Penguins. John Turker, Buffalo Sabres. Alright, so these are some of the ice hockey cards that I have from O-Pee-Chee of 1989. So if you like these cards, be sure to share them with your friends, alright? Let them all see some of these good old ice hockey players from 1989. Alright, bye-bye now. Alright, here we are bringing you some 1989 O-Pee-Chee ice hockey cards. All right, for all you ice hockey fans, these are some of the good old ones. And here we go. Andrew McBrain, Pittsburgh Penguins. David Shaw, New York Rangers. Regine Lemelin, Boston Bruins. Dino Cisarilli, Washington Capitals. Woo! Cisarilli? I don't know how to pronounce that one. Good luck. Jeff Staples, Detroit Red Wings. Jerry Curry. Edmonton Oilers. From the Oilers, there you go. Murray Craven, Philadelphia Flyers. Dave O-Pee-Chee, Hartford Whalers. Bernie Nichols, Los Angeles Kings. Al McInnes for the Flames. Bobby Erie, Pittsburgh Penguins. Kerry Wilson, New York Rangers. Tony Kakak, St. Louis Blues. Randy Cunningworth, Winnipeg Jets. Ken Lisman, Boston Bruins. Phil Hosley, Buffalo. Sabreeze. Dave Taylor, Los Angeles Kings. Michael Goulet from Quebec. Patrick Sunstorm, New Jersey Devils. I really like their emblem. It's just different and unique. Thomas Sandstorm, New York Rangers. Gary Carbonneau, Montreal Canadiens. Dirk Graham, Chicago Blackhawks. Stephen Leach, Washington Capitals. Kristen Rutu of the Buffaloes. Dave Ehlert, Winnipeg Jets. Ray Ferraro, Hartford Whalers. Colin Patterson for the Flames. Calgary Flames. Wow. Different. Tim Kerr, Philadelphia Flyers. Bob Joyce, Boston Bruins. Doug Gilmore, Calgary Flames. Lee Norwood, Detroit Red Wings. Dale Hunter, Washington Capitals. Mike Foligno, Buffalo Sabres. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these beautiful ice hockey players from 1989 to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means share these beautiful cards with other ice hockey collectors. Alright, bye-bye now. Alright, here we are bringing you some 1989 O-Pee-Chee ice hockey cards. Okay, for all you ice hockey fans, here we go. Now remember, this is 1989. Ricky Torchette, Philadelphia Flyers. Greg Haygood, Boston Bruins. Steve Thomas, Chicago Blackhawks. Mike McPhee, Montreal Canadiens. Dave Voluk, New York Islanders. Brian Benning, St. Louis Blues. Neil Broughton, Minnesota North Star. James Patrick, New York Rangers. Sean Burke, New Jersey Devils. Scott Stephen, Washington Capitals. Paul Coffey, Pittsburgh Penguins, the little Penguins. Bernie Federico, Detroit Red Wings. Dave Andrewchuk, Buffalo Sabres. Gary Nyland, New York Islanders. Mike Kushelniski, Los Angeles Kings. John McLean, New Jersey Devils. Sean Burr, Detroit Red Wings. Kjell Samuelson, Philadelphia Flyers. Craig Simpson, Oilers. Wayne Presley, Chicago Blackhawks. Mike Leute, Hartford Whalers. Jan Eriksson, New York Rangers. Gary Shutter, Calgary Flames. Dave Gardner, Minnesota North Star. Ray Burkirk, Boston Bruins. Buku. Doug Wilson, Chicago Blackhawks. John Van Beesbrook, New York Rangers. That's a hard one. I probably said it wrong. Excuse me. Dave Poulin, Philadelphia Flyers. Kirk Muller, New Jersey Devils. Ray Shepard, Buffaloes. Jeff Norton, New York Islanders. Randy Burridge, Boston Bruins. Dale Hawerchuk, Winnipeg Jets. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this group of ice hockey cards. Be sure to share them with your friends. Let them all have a peek of some of the players of 1989. All right now, bye-bye. All right, here we are bringing you the 1989 O-Pee-Chee ice hockey cards. Great collection of some good old hockey cards. How do you like that, huh? Let's start right here. Steve DeShaney, Los Angeles Kings. John Anderson, Hartford Whalers. Rick Vavey, Buffalo Sabres. Jimmy Carson, Oilers. Larry Murphy, Minnesota North Star. Paul McLean, St. Louis Blues. Joe Sorella, Quebec Nordiques. Kelly Miller, Washington Capitals. Alan Shavera, Chicago Blackhawks. Ed Oziek, Toronto Maple Leaf. Dave Tippett, Hartford Whalers. Dave Manson, Chicago Blackhawks. Brian Trottier, New York Islanders. Paul Reinhart, Vancouver Canucks. Kevin Hatcher, Washington Capitals. Glenn Hanlon, Detroit Red Wings. Peter Statney from Quebec. Sean Chambers, Minnesota North Star. Mike Allison, Los Angeles Kings. Mike Ramsey, Buffalo. Brian Pop, Philadelphia Flyers. Greg Millen, St. Louis Blues. Keith Crowder, Los Angeles Kings. Joe Mullen, Calgary Flames. Peter Peters, Philadelphia Flyers. Steve Casper, Los Angeles Kings. Rob Brown, Pittsburgh Penguins. Grant Furr, Oilers. Mark Howell, Philadelphia Flyers. Guy Lafleur, New York Rangers. Bobby Smith, Montreal Canadiens. Scott Arniel from the Buffaloes. and Walt Perduni, New Jersey Devils. All right, I hope you enjoyed my bringing this collection to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means, share with other fans. It's always nice to share. Bye-bye now. All right, here we are bringing you some 1989 O-Pee-Chee ice hockey cards. Okay, starting with this one here. Paul McDermott, Hartford Whalers. Gerald Didak, New York Islanders. Brett Ashton, Winnipeg Jets. Aaron Broughton, New Jersey Devils. Greg Adams, Vancouver Canucks. Brian Bellows, Minnesota North Star. Ron Francis, Hartford Whalers. Chris Chelois, Montreal Canadiens. Ron Stutter, Philadelphia Flyers. Gerald Gallant, Detroit Red Wings. Charles Houdy, the Oilers. Dave Christen, Washington Capitals. Andy Morg, Boston Bruins. Sivan Coate, Hartford Whalers. Mike Vernon, Calgary Flames. Steve Chasen, Detroit Red Wings. Mike Riddle, Washington Capitals. Bob Carpenter, Boston Bruins. Derek Laxdale, Toronto Maple Leaf. Still part of Canada. And Kelly Kisoi, New York Rangers. Steve Tuttle, St. Louis Blues. Ron Hextall, Philadelphia Flyers. Doug Borgers, Buffalo Sabres. Stephen Richer, Montreal Canadiens. Dan Quinn, Pittsburgh Penguins. Mac Habshiel, Detroit Red Wings. Brad McKimmon, Gallery Flames. Joel Otto, Gallery Flames. Jim Peplinski, Gallery Flames. James McCord, Gallery Flames. Alright, this is it for this part. Stay tuned for more. I have some more. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means, share this video with other ice hockey fans. Alright, remember, these are 1989 ice hockey players. Alright, bye-bye now. Alright, here we are bringing you some more of the 1989 O-Pee-Chee ice hockey cards. Alrighty. Starting with this one here. Brian McLean for the Flames. Gallery Flames. Ulf Samuelson, Hartford Whalers. Joe Quineville, Hartford Whalers. Kurt Gillis, Minnesota North Star. Stuart Galvin, Minnesota North Star. Basil McRae, Minnesota North Star. Frantiski Molson, Minnesota North Star. See, the cards are in excellent conditions because they've been kept in a box. Very nice. Troy Murray, Chicago Blackhawks. Steve Conroy, Chicago Blackhawks. Duane Shutter, Chicago Blackhawks. Larry Robinson, Los Angeles Kings. Craig Noonan, Oilers. Craig McTavish, Oilers. Randy Gregg, Oilers. Steve Smith, Oilers. Kevin Lowe, Oilers. Glenn Anderson, Oilers. John Chabot, Detroit Red Wings. Mike O'Connell, Detroit Red Wings. Trent Yaney, Chicago Blackhawks. Brian Hayward, Montreal Canadiens. Pete Swoboda, Montreal Canadiens. Russ Courtnall, Montreal Canadiens. Ryan Walter, Montreal Canadiens. Tommy Albelin, New Jersey Devils. Doug Brown, New Jersey Devils. Kent Danicoke, New Jersey Devils. Some of those words are really hard for me. Mark Johnson, New Jersey Devils. Randy Belishnik, New Jersey Devils. And Brian Delgado, New York Islanders. Alright, and this concludes this part of the video, but stay tuned for more because we do have more of these beautiful 1989 O-Pee-Chee ice hockey cards. So please share them with other ice hockey fans and stay tuned for more. Bye-bye now. Alright, here we are bringing you some more of the 1989 O-Pee-Chee ice hockey cards. Okay, these are ice hockey. Alright, here we go, right here. Michael Petit from the New York Rangers. Scott Malamby, Philadelphia Flyers. Keith Acton, Philadelphia Flyers. Ken Wiget, Philadelphia Flyers. Gord Dinny, Pittsburgh Penguin. Cool. Dave Hannon, Pittsburgh Penguins. Mario Guzman, Los Angeles Kings. Randy Moeller, Quebec Nordic. Alright. Robert Picard from Quebec. Mark Osborne, Toronto Maple Leaf. Daniel Marios, Toronto Maple Leaf. Alan Bester, Toronto Maple Leaf. Gaston Giggrass, St. Louis Blues. Okay. Gaston Gingras, St. Louis Blues. Okay. A little hard one there. Paul Cavallini, St. Louis Blues. Greg Pulaski, Winnipeg Jets. Jim Sandlack, Vancouver Canucks. Mike Holt, Quebec. Paul Gillis, Quebec. Dan DeCuss, Toronto Maple Leaf. Boji Slamming, Detroit Red Wings. Chris Katsoupolis, Detroit Red Wing. Ooh, that's a big one. Okay. Tony Tanti, Vancouver Canucks. Barry Pedersen, Vancouver Canucks. Rich Shutter, Vancouver Canucks. Stan Smill, Vancouver Canucks. Doug Lidster, Vancouver Canucks. Steve Weeks, Vancouver Canucks. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Stay tuned for more. We have one more out of this whole group. Then we'll have the box all done. Very nicely kept. They were all boxed and everything, so they're in A1 condition. Beautiful 1989 O-Pee-Chee ice hockey cards. Alright, bye-bye now. Be sure to share. Alright, here we are bringing you the last of the 1989 O-Pee-Chee ice hockey collection cards. Okay, here we are. Ron Tugnut from Quebec. Brad Marsh, Toronto Maple Leaf. Harold Steps, Vancouver Canucks. Larry Melnick, Vancouver Canucks. Bob Gold, Washington Capitals. Thomas Steen, Winnipeg Jets. Peter Taggianity, Winnipeg Jets. Daniel Bertham, Winnipeg Jets. God, I'm not getting these names right at all. Jim Kite, Pittsburgh Penguins. Doug Smale, Winnipeg Jets. Ian Duncan, Winnipeg Jets. Kanu Jayanpa, Winnipeg Jets. Ooh, look at this one. Well, that's a good play. Look at that. That's just a beautiful play. It doesn't even have a name on it. They forgot to put somebody's name on there. I wonder if that's an error or if that's extremely valuable one. In the back, Sabreeze. Okay. 1988 to 89, final standing, classmate, final. Okay. Well, isn't that something? Huh. Alright, this one's an interesting card, isn't it? Look at that. Not putting the players' names. Didn't even write the name of the team on there. Which is what they've done with all of them. Wow, I wonder if that's if you know anything as to why this card's the way it is, by all means, leave it in a comment. That'd be a cool one, huh? Alright. Norris Trophy. Chris. Alright. Won the trophy. Chris Chalois. Okay, so these ending ones are all the specials. So that's a special. That one's a special. Lady Byron Trophy. Joe Mullen. Okay, see, they got names and everything. I'd like to know who the player of that one was. Interesting. Very good. Okay. Highlights. Fate Salins. 89. Ooh, Stanley Cup. Coupe Stanley. Alright. And these are a couple of regular ones. Mac McGrevin, New York Islanders. And Mikko Makila, New York Islanders. Alright, so these are some special ones right here. Alright. Okay. So here you go. This is the collection of the 1989 O-Pee-Chee ice hockey cards. So be sure to share this collection with other ice hockey fans, especially those who want to look at some of the history of some of the great players of 1989. All right. Bye-bye now.